Hi everyone, welcome to the third video of Quant for CMAT and CET kind of exams, and this is going to be extremely important video because in this we are going to discuss percentage, profit loss and SICI concepts. We are also going to practice plenty of questions along with shortcuts, and we'll also look at PYQs. In fact, if I just want to tell you that in last 5 years, about 23 questions have been asked from percentage topic itself. So this becomes very important topic. So make sure to watch this video till the end and don't forget to hit the like button. Apart from that, I'll also come up with a practice question session. So that will give you good practice for all this topic. So this is what you need to prepare for CMAT and CET kind of exams, right? So just to quickly give you an idea, I mean, we are going to look at some really interesting shortcuts. For example, this question of CMAT 2021. Now, if you try to do it with conventional method, it will take some time. But here you can directly tick mark option B because that's the only perfect square number. Now, why do we need to look at perfect square number? So I'll tell you when we'll understand this concept. So stay tuned and let's begin. In case if you are new to my session, so once again, this is a bit about myself. My name is Ronak Shah and I teach all the subjects, and I have been doing it for last 15 years. Many of my students have gone into top B school. I'm also the author of Unacademy LRDI book, so do attend my LR sessions. And if you go for Plus or Iconic subscription, you can use my code SHAH10 for better discounts and guidance. Right, and make sure that all of you have joined this Telegram channel that I have created for all the CMAT aspirants, so please be part of that. So let's begin and let's understand what is the breakup of arithmetic topics, because arithmetic is extremely important topic. In last 5 years, that is 7 slots, total 88 questions have appeared from arithmetic area itself. So I'm sure you can understand it's very important topic. And if I look at the important topic inside arithmetic, so percentage is the most important topic. Then comes ratio proportion. So 23 questions were based on percentage. I have also included 12 DI questions. In CMAT exam, you find DI question in quant section itself, and they are really easy. And out of all the DI questions, 12 questions were straight away based on percentage concept. So percentage is very important. Then profit loss, SICI. So this is what we'll cover in part 1. That is in this video. This is first video of arithmetic, and I'll release 2 more videos. Part 2 will be on all these areas, ratio, proportion, average, mixed allocation, and part 3 will be on time and work, times per distance and all. So yes, make sure to watch all the videos, and that will be fairly sufficient along with the practice session that I'll release. So few important points, guys. After you have watched this session, make sure that you are taking quant test, quant unit test. It's completely free, and you are attending the practice classes. The links will be updated soon in the description, so please keep checking the description. Within 2 days or 3 days, I'll schedule a practice class where I'll give you more practice question, and unit test is also coming up. So make sure that you have registered for that. It's completely free. The only thing is, to access it freely, you need to use this SHAH10 as the unlock code. Right, so everything has been mentioned in the description, so just follow that and you will be able to access it. So guys, let's begin with the session and let's understand how to master the percentage topic. So the first thing that you should be good at is percentage calculations. For example, if I ask you what is 48% of 240, are you able to do it quickly? Just give a thought and tell me what will be the answer. So ideally what you can do is you can quickly split percentage in your mind. For example, 50% you can find out it's 120, and then you can subtract 2% of 240 out of that. So we know 1% is 2.4, so 2% has to be 4.8. So we need to subtract this, so this will come out to be 115.2. So this is how you should be able to do it, and that too without using pen and paper. So try to do quick calculations, and that would really help you. Okay, similarly, if I ask you what is 12% of 35%, not 35, 35%, because many a times you are asked, okay, first you need to find out 35% of a value, and then you need to find out further 12% of that. So guys, in such situation, what you can do is you can just find out 12% of 35. So what will be 12% of 35? It's very simple. 12 threes are 36. Okay, so you can say 360 plus 60, so this is going to be 420. So 12% of 35 is going to be 4.2, right? So basically, if you are asked to find out 12% of 35% of a number, so you need to find out 4.2% of that number. I really hope you are able to understand this part, right? So do not get confused if you find such statements, right? Similarly, if I ask you increase 240 by 21.5%, so what will be that value? So guys, once again, what you need to do is you need to add that 21.5% in 240. So you can find out 20%, and then you can find out 1% and then 0.5% and just add all these values over there. So 20% is straight away 48, 1% 2.4, so 0.5% will be 1.2, so this will be 3.6. So 48 plus 3.6 will be 51.6. So just add this, it will come out to be 291.6. This is the speed with which you should be able to do your calculation. Let me tell you once again, in particularly in CMAT exam, speed will not be that important because you get ample amount of time, right? But for CET and other exams, if you are preparing for, so you will require good speed. But along with that, make sure your accuracy is nothing less than 100%. So whatever you are solving should be 100% correct. That's the key to success in this kind of exams. Okay, right. Let's look at one more question, guys. If I ask you something like this, if you reduce a value by 40%, it becomes 2000. So find the original value. So guys, what would be that value which when we reduce by 40% becomes 2000, right? So are you able to do it? Just quickly do it in your pen notepad, and then in case if you want, you can also type your answer in the comment section just to boost your confidence, right? So let me tell you how can we do it. So guys, if I take a number which we normally consider as 100%, if I reduce 40% out of that, so I'll be left with 60%. So basically what I have been given is 60% is given as 2000. So I need to find out 100% of the number. So what will be 100%? So it's very simple. Just divide this 2000 by 0.6. And it's very easy to make out 20,000 by 6. So you can say 6 3s are 18, 3s are 3s are 3s are, right? So ultimately it will be 3,333.33, right? So that should be your answer. Are you able to do it quickly? So make sure that you are able to interpret the statements correctly and you are able to calculate it correctly. Okay, fine. Similarly, if I ask you, if 90% is equal to 4.75 kg, how many grams are equivalent to 100%? Right? So once again, it's similar question. So what we need to do is, now we need to find out the value in terms of grams. So let's convert this to grams. So it is 4750 grams. Okay, and that is 90%. And we want to find out 100%. So what will we do? I'm sure you must have figured out this thing in your mind that you need to divide by 0.9. Now this is going to be slightly complicated calculation, but still you should be able to tackle it. So this is 47500 divide by 9, and if you divide this value, so 9 5s are 45, then you will be left with 2. So 25, 9 2s are 18, 7 9 6 are 9 7s are 63, 7s are 63, and so on and so forth. It will keep going on. So it will come out to be approximately 5278. You know, we can write down the approximate value. So it will be equal to 5278. And I'll show you the question. You are asked questions where you will require this kind of calculation, and that's why I'm giving you glimpse of such calculation, right? I'm telling you, I'm showing you how should you do it, right? Okay. Similarly, one more question. 85% is equal to this much, then what will be 45%? Now guys, instead of doing it by decimal and all, sometimes you need to think that 85%, 85 is what, 7 5s are, 153 is what, 7 9s are. So somewhere this is going to be an easy calculation. So what you can do is just write down 85% means 85 upon 100 of 15,300, right? In fact, this is given, and sorry, we are given 85% as this one, right? So 85% is equivalent to 15300, and we need to find out 45%. So we can do the cross multiplication. So we'll get 15300 into 45 divided by 85. This is what we need to find out, right? So it's very easy. This is going to be 9 5s are 45, 17 5s are 85, 17 9s are 153, so 9 9s are 8100. So that's your answer, right? So this is what you should be able to calculate in order to solve all the percentage questions. Remember, as I mentioned, including DI questions, there were 23 questions based on percentage, and in most of the question you had to do this kind of calculation. Let's look at one more situation, but before that, just want to quickly tell you guys, this offer is going on at Unacademy. So you can use my code Shah10 and you can go for Plus or Iconic subscription, especially if you are appearing for this year's exam, but you also want to try once again in the coming year. So go for Plus or Iconic subscription and prepare under my guidance for much better results. And don't forget to apply code Shah10. Keep learning, guys. And these are the benefits of Plus and Iconic subscription on your screen. So you can check the description. I have provided a link. You can click on that link and you can see more details, right? So let's go ahead and let's see one more point. So guys, you will require to remember this fraction and equivalent percentage table in case if you have appeared for exams earlier. So I'm sure all of you would be through with this, but if you are preparing percentage topic for the first time, so spare some time and just remember this value. It would be very helpful. For example, sometimes you need to calculate say 22.22% of 180. So we know 11.11% is 1 by 9. So 22.22% will be equal to 2 by 9. The fraction equivalent to this one will be double of 1 by 9, that is 2 by 9. 2 by 9 of 180 will be 40. So this is how you can calculate. Don't split the numbers over here. If you remember this table and wherever you find some values like this, you can always convert it to fractions for quick calculation. Okay. Let's look at this concept, successive percentage change. For example, you are asked what will be the net percentage change if a number is reduced by 12% and then increased by 25%. Now there are two ways to do it. First, you can assume the number as 100 and then reduce this 100 by 12%, so it will become 88, and then increase it by 25%. So 25% means 1/4, so 1/4 of 88 is 22, so it will become 110. So net percentage change is 10% increase. This is one way. The other way is you can use formula. So what is the formula? Let me just write over here. So the formula is x plus y plus xy upon 100. So for two successive percentage changes, this will get you the net percentage change, where x is the first percentage change. Since it's a reduction, तो आप उसको minus ले लो. Reduction है तो minus लेना है. तो यहाँ पे आप -12 लिख दो. y will be 25%, तो यहाँ पे +25 लिख दो क्योंकि वो increase है. Plus -12 into 25 upon 100. Now this will consume some time, so I believe this method will be more useful. So again, if you check, it will come out to be positive 10. That means there is a net 10% increase. I really hope you have understood this. Do let me know in the comment section how you found this video. I mean, how did you find this video? Are you finding it useful? Does it help you in your preparation? Is it helping you to boost your confidence? Do let me know over there. Okay. Now guys, one last thing as far as percentage goes is you need to remember this certain pairs of values which cancels off each other. So for example, if I increase a value by 25% and subsequently if I decrease it by 20%, these two values will cancel off each other. Not only over here, but there are many other situations in which this pairs will be equally helpful. So we'll see in the subsequent part, but make sure that you remember this pairs of value. For example, 100% increase will get cancelled off by 50% decrease. Similarly, 50% increase will get cancelled off by 33.33% decrease and all. Now see, this video is a kind of a concise video of percentage profit loss and SICI topic. In the description, I have also provided a link for detailed video of percentage profit loss and SICI. So in case if you want more practice questions and if you want more inputs on these topics, if you have just started your preparation and if you're looking for detailed video, you can definitely check those videos. That would definitely help you in your preparation. Otherwise, if you have done it previously, so this would help you do a quick revision and then quickly will solve the questions. Right. Chalo. So guys, let's take up first question straight away from CMAT exam. So I have, since so many percentage based questions have been asked in CMAT exam, so rather than taking some other question, I thought to include all the different varieties of percentage based question that have come up in CMAT exam, so that you can get a fair idea what to expect in upcoming CMAT exam. And similarly for CET exam also, the level of difficulty will remain same. So the same level of preparation would also be helpful even for CET if you are targeting JB, IMS or Sydenham kind of college. So look at this question, guys. Now it should not take more than 30 seconds for you to solve this question. So Tom's salary is 150% of John's salary. John's salary is 80% of Steve's salary. So what is the ratio of Steve's salary to Tom's salary, right? So what I can do is I can always start with the last person, that is Steve's salary. So Steve's salary, let's assume 100. So John's salary is 80% of Steve's salary. So John's salary will become 80. And Tom's salary is 150% of John's salary. So guys, Tom's salary will be 150%. That is 50% more than 80. So it is going to be 120. Are you getting this point? So we are asked to find out ratio of Steve's salary to Tom's salary. So it's 100 is to 120, or you can say it's 5 is to 6. Isn't that very simple question? Option D is the answer, right? So let's take a few more questions, guys. Look at this question. A mixture of petrol and kerosene weighing 5 kg contains 5% kerosene. Okay, let me just represent it this way. So this is the container, okay, and it has 5% kerosene. So all remaining thing is petrol, right? So we have 95% petrol and remaining kerosene. Okay, so let me just indicate it this way. Of course, this two will be mixed. Okay, so let me indicate this is petrol, which is 95%, and kerosene, let's indicate by blue color. So this part is kerosene. Okay, so this is kerosene, which is 5%. Okay, now we have total 5 kg weight, so I'm just converting into grams, so it is total 5000 grams. So what will be 5%? Can we say 5% of 5000 is 250 grams? So 250 grams is kerosene and remaining 4750 grams is petrol. Now what they are asking is how much more kerosene must be added to make it 10%. Now guys, we are adding some kerosene over here. Okay, so instead of 5%, it is becoming 10%. So definitely petrol portion will become 90%. But weight wise, can I say it will remain 4750? So now I can say 90% is equal to 4750. So what will be 100%? And at the beginning itself, I had shown this calculation, if you remember. So guys, this will be 4750 divided by 0.9. So this will come out to be 5277.7. So yeah, approximately 5278. So what they are saying is how much kerosene should be added. So can I say earlier weight was 5000 grams and now it has become 5277 grams. So we have added 277 grams approximately. So here the option is 275 grams because we had to find out approximate value. So if you look at this question, it was just about that small calculation, nothing much. You should be able to understand it correctly. Don't make any complicated equation for such question. Just use this approach. I call it box approach. Okay, so just watch that video through the link that I have provided in the description. In that I have explained that box approach in detail. But what we are focusing is this petrol quantity, which is 4750 grams. Earlier it was 95% of total weight. Now it has become 90% of total weight. So we can find out the new total weight and we can see the increase in the weight. That's the portion of kerosene that we are adding. I really hope you have understood this. Chalo, let's go to the next part. Two successive discounts of 8% and 12% are equal to a single discount of how many percent? Okay. Right. So two successive discount of 8% and 12% are equal to single discount of how many percent? So guys, let's do one thing. Let's take number as 100. If I reduce by 8%, it will become 92. And further, I need to reduce by 12%. Now, what is 12% of 92? So guys, 10% of 92 will be equal to 9.2. 1% of 92 is 0.92. So 2% will be 1.84. So just write down 1.8. So this is going to be approximately 11. So my value was 100. So sorry, this 92 will increase by decrease by further 11. So it will become 81. We had to reduce 92 by 12%, so it will become 81. So 100 has become 81. So can I say it has reduced by approximately 19%? So here is the option 19.04%. We can straight away tick mark. And this is CMAT 2020 question. In fact, I'll also show you CMAT 22 question and they are also similar, guys. So nothing to worry. I mean, the questions are really simple. There will be some question about 20% questions. So I can say out of 20 questions of quant, there will be about 3 to 4 questions which will surprise you. One more thing that I want to mention over here is, guys, I have seen students spending lots of time on just arithmetic topic, but make sure that you are spending just sufficient time, and this videos and the subsequent practice sessions will be fairly sufficient for you to get complete preparation of this topic. So don't end up spending some 10-12 hours only on one topic of arithmetic. Instead, what you can do is, in this particular video your 3 topics are covered, in next video again 3 topics are covered. So all this 40-50 minutes video will be sufficient, and you can spend the time on completing other topic. For example, you will find questions based on trigonometry in this exam, or coordinate geometry. So just make sure you are doing basics of this area also, so that you don't need to leave any of the questions. Okay, that should be the strategy. Let's look at this question. In a local election between two candidates, one candidate got 55% of total valid votes and was declared as winner. 15% of the votes were invalid. If the total number of votes polled were 15,200, guys, total votes were 15,200, out of which 15% votes were invalid. So can I say we need to consider only 85% of these votes? And out of this 85% votes, the winner got 55% votes, right? So can I say loser must have got 45% votes? So what we are asked is what were the votes, valid votes of the loser? So can I say loser got 45% of this votes? So 45 by 100. This is what you had to do, right? Now this will become very simple question in terms of solution, because here we are given exact values. Okay, so I'll show you how to solve this question. So just cancel off the zeros. Now this is 25 are 100, okay, or I can say 25 fours are 100 and 38 fours are 152. Similarly 5 fives are 25, 17 fives are 9 fives are, so ultimately my answer will be 38 into 17 into 9. Once again, I really don't need to solve this question because I know my answer will not end with 0. So last digit will be either 4 or 6. So let's see what should be the last digit. So 8 sevens are 56. Last digit is 6. 6 nines are 54. So my final last digit should be 4. I can safely tick mark option C and go ahead. It should not take more than 60 seconds for you to solve this question. Even if they have thrown some calculations over here, just make sure you are interpreting it correctly. Read the question once again in case if you had confusion. Okay, now let's look at this question. Very easy question. It requires a bit of Venn diagram approach. In a certain town, 40% of people have brown hair, 30% of the people have brown eyes, and 12% have both. So let me represent it this way. Brown hair, so BH. Brown eyes, we are representing with some other colors. We don't have brown color, but yes, these are brown eyes. So yeah, they are saying 40% people have brown hair. So let's assume there are total 100 people in the town. So 40 have brown hair, 30 have brown eye, and 12 have both. So guys, how many people will have only brown hair? So 40 minus 12, it's 28. How many people will have only brown eyes? 30 minus 12, so it's 18. So how many people have at least one of brown hair and brown eyes? So it's 28 plus 12 plus 18. So it's going to be 58. That means remaining 42 do not have any of this. So our answer is 42%. Out of 100, 42, it's 42%. So you can tick mark option D. So I really hope you have understood this. Okay. Yeah. Chalo, let's look at this question, and this question is once again like insult to our intelligence. What is this question? The length, breadth and height of a rectangular cuboid box. So we know rectangular cuboid box is something like this. Yeah. This is how it looks. It has length L, breadth B and height H. So what is the volume of the box? It will be L into B into H, right? Now the length, breadth, height are in the ratio 1:2:3. It doesn't matter. We don't need to use this value because we just need to find out the percentage increase. Okay. If length, breadth and height are increased by 100% each, matlab now my new length will become 2L. Let me just write it over here, 2L, 2B and 2H. See, when we increase a value by 100%, it becomes double. So my new volume will be 2L into 2B into 2H. Earlier volume was LBH. Now it has become 8 LBH. So they are not asking how many times it has become. They are asking what is the increase. So can I say it has increased by 7 times LBH? So we'll tick mark 7 times LBH. Luckily, there is no option as 8 times. Otherwise, many students end up marking 8 times. So just don't commit that mistake. Otherwise, this question was a cakewalk. Okay. Right. Do let me know in the comment section. How did you find it? Do you also feel it was a cakewalk? Right. Let's look at this question. A student gets 20% marks, 20% marks and fails by 20 marks. Matlab there are some passing marks and this 20 marks are 20 marks less than the passing marks. Okay, it's 20 marks less than the passing marks. Another student who gets 36% marks gets 44 more than the passing marks. So it's P plus 44. So guys, marks wise, what is this difference? This is P value. So 20 less and 44 more. So can I say it's minus 22 plus 44? The complete gap is 64. So yes, this is 64 marks. And in terms of percentage, this difference is 16%. So you can straight away say 16% is 64. So 100% should be 400 because this is 4 times. So this has to be 4 times. So our answer should be 400. But what they are asking is find the maximum marks and the percentage necessary for passing. Now what will be the passing marks, guys? So can I say passing marks should be, yeah, okay, so we can find out 20% first of all. So 20% will come out to be what? 80. And our marks are 20 less than the passing marks. So passing marks should be 100. 100 out of 400, it's 25%. So we can tick mark option C. Our passing marks are 100, which is 25% of the total marks, right? Okay, guys, let's try for this question. Very easy question. Price of apple is twice that of orange. Price of orange thrice of banana. So apple, orange, banana. Let's assume price of banana is 10. So orange is 3 times, so it will be 30. Always start from last. Okay, so first we assume price of banana. So we got orange as 3 times, that is 30. And price of apple is twice of orange, so apple should be 60. So total price will of one apple, one orange and one banana, it's going to be 100 rupees, right? Now what they are saying is there is a 10% increase in the price of apple, so this will become 66. 30% in the price of orange, so this will become 39 because we are increasing this value by 30%. Okay, and banana increased by 20%, so this will become 12. So new price will be how much? 9 plus 6, 15 plus 12, 27, right? So this is going to be 127. Okay. Oh, sorry, this is going to be 117, right? Just increase, we are considering only increase. 6 plus 9 plus 2, so it's 7 more, so 117. Now our question is very tricky. The question is find the percentage increase in price of 20 apple, 20 orange and 20 banana. Guys, if I compare 1 apple, 1 orange and 1 banana, or 20 apple, 20 orange and 20 bananas, you know, the percentage change will always remain same. Are you getting this point? For example, you purchase 1 apple at 5 rupees and next time you purchase 1 apple at 6 rupees. So what is the increase? 20%. But instead if you purchase 20 apple at 5 rupees, so you paid 100 rupees, and now you purchase 20 apples at 6 rupees, so you will pay 120 rupees. So for 20 apple also the increase will be 20% only. So here we can directly say the increase is going to be 17%. Whether we calculate on 1 or we calculate on 20, it's same. So this was the point that I wanted you to understand. I really hope you have understood this part. Okay, now let's look at couple of DI questions. There were 13 DI questions. So guys, what I decided is I'll release a separate video only of all the CMAT DI questions. Okay, so please watch that video. But here I just want to give you a glimpse of what kind of questions have been asked, right? So that's why we are looking at this one. So what is the approximate percentage increase in the number of boys in school D in year 2017 as compared to the previous year? You are given number of boys and girls in 6 different years in 5 different schools. All the values are in 100. So guys, we are talking about school D 2017 as compared to previous year. So 2017 school D. So can we say boys were 530, right? And in the previous year it was 640, है ना? So it has become yes 530 from 640. So we need to find out percentage change. Okay, so initial value, final value upon initial value, that is 640 into 100. So this is how we can do it. Okay, so this is nothing but how much? We can say 110 over 640. Now let's understand how to find out quick percentage value. So guys, had it been 660, can I say it would have been 1 by 6? But it is actually 640, so it has to be, this value is going to be greater than 1 by 6. Now what is 1 by 6? 16.66%. So our answer should be slightly more than 16.66%. So there is only one value, 17%. Tick mark and go ahead. Don't spend your time in accurate calculation. Unless you have options like 16.8, 17.1, 17.2 and all, you really don't need to spend so much time. So I really hope you have understood this. Okay, similarly, one more question. And this is a slightly tricky question. So below given is a table showing age-wise ownership of mobile phones. Okay, age-wise ownership of mobile phones. So how many mobile phones of LG were up to 1 year old? So out of total 100 phones of LG, 15% were of 1 year old. So matlab 15 mobiles were of 1 year old. Then 1 to 2 years old 45, and this is 40. If you check, this will come out to be 100%, right? Similarly for Samsung, Nokia, and so on and so forth. So guys, here the values are, the percentage value will not add up to 100 vertically, it will add up to 100 horizontally, right? So this is what you have to understand. Now let's look at the question. What is the question over here? So they are asking, if 1 crore mobile were sold last year, how many LG sets were sold? Guys, can we find out of 1 crore mobile phone, what were the total LG phones sold? No, we can't find out. This percentage values are of no use. ठीक है ना? See, these are independent values. This LG breakup is 100%. Similarly, this Samsung breakup is 100%, and so on and so forth. So among them, we cannot make out, okay, out of this 1 crore mobile phone, how many were of Micromax, how many were of Sony, and so on and so forth. But if I know that total 10 lakh phones of LG were sold, then out of this 10 lakh, 1.5 lakh were of age 1 year old. Okay, so this is what we can make out. So straight away, the answer for this question should have been can't be determined. I really hope you have understood this part. Okay, now let's take one last question of percentage, and it is a little tricky question as per the CMAT level. Not this question, the question after this, right? So this question is very easy. If the revenue share of company T increase by 20%, so you are given some revenue share of a company. So if I consider revenue as 100, so company P is 22%, company Q is 26%, and so on and so forth. So if the revenue share of company T increase by 20%, okay, what is the revenue share of company T? So it is this 14%. So out of this 100, T's revenue is 14%, and it has increased by 20%. So guys, what will be this increase? So can I say it will increase by 2.8? So it will become 16.8. And what was the revenue of other companies? So can I say this was 14 out of 100, this was 14, so all others were 86. They are saying find the percentage increase in the total revenue of these 6 companies in the year 2011, assuming that all the other companies except T generated the same revenue. Matlab the other company revenue remain 86 only. So total revenue in 2011 should be 16.8 plus 86, that is 102.8. So net increase is 100 to 102.8. Can we say it's 2.8%? In fact, now if you have understood the question, you would realize that we really don't need to write anything. Guys, only T has increased from 14 to, it has increased by 20%. So it will become 14 to 16.8. So it has increased by 2.8. So my total revenue will also be increased by 2.8. So it will become 102.8, and straight away we can say the increase is 2.8%. We could have done this question directly. So it was actually very easy question. In fact, most of the DI questions are like this only, right? Once again, yes, don't know why they are asking such question. They feel students don't know this. Anyways, but this question is slightly tricky, slightly calculative in fact. So let's see how to solve this question. Now I'll show you a shortcut for this question, guys. Go through the data. If you want, you can pause the video over here. Wherever you require, you can pause the video, you can give a try, and then you can play it and check my solution. Don't run it at 1.5x because I'm already going at 1.5x. So following table shows percentage distribution of workforce of India and ratio of male to female workforce of India in different employment sector during the given year. Okay, the total workforce in all the sector put together was 60 lakhs, right? It was 60 lakhs. Based on the data contained in the table, answer the question. Okay, so the difference in the number of female workforce in South Africa, this is not South Africa, it is what? Sales, right? I'm a cricket fan, I guess. तो ऐसे देख के साउथ अफ्रीका ही याद आता है, एंड डब्ल्यू देख के वेस्ट इंडीज याद आता है. Anyways, so guys, the sales and MA management sector put together. Okay, let's take a pause. Number of female workforce in SA and MA. Okay, so guys, let me assume this as 100 lakh. Now there is a reason I am assuming 100 lakh instead of 60 lakhs. If I take 60 lakhs, I'll end up getting into complications. Instead, what I can do is I can take my value as 100 lakhs, Okay, I can find out the answer, and whatever answer I get, I'll multiply it by 0.6 because my actual value was this 60 lakhs, that is 0.6 times 100 lakhs. So I'll just have to multiply my answer with 0.6. Have you understood this approach? This approach will actually simplify your task in many situations. Okay, so guys, let me use red color over here. So we are talking about SA and MA and female workforce. So out of 100 lakhs, in SA, I have 12 lakhs, and the breakup of this 12 lakhs is 5:3. That is 3 by 8 were female. So what is 3 by 8 of 12? 3 by 8 of 12 will come out to be 36 by 8, 4.5. So there were 4.5 lakh female in SA. Similarly, in MA, if I calculate, so 21 lakh out of 100 lakh, and the breakup is 3:4. So fraction of female will be 4 by 7. So what is 4 by 7 of 21? It's very simple, it's 12. So total of SA and MA female workforce is 16.5 lakh. Okay, similarly we are asked the number of female workforce in PT. So guys, PT out of 100 lakhs, 19 lakh were in PT, and male female is 5:3, so female should be 3 by 8. So guys, what is 3 by 8 of 19 lakhs? 3 by 8 of 19 lakhs. So 19 threes are 57, 57 by 8. Can I say 8 sevens are 56, and it is one more than that? So it should be 7.1 approximately. So my PT workforce, female workforce is 7.1 lakh. So what is this difference? We need to take difference of that. So it will come out to be what? 9.4 lakh. So this should have been my answer had the total value would have been 100, but it's 60 lakh. So I need to multiply this by 0.6. Now what is 9 6 are 54. So can I say my answer will be a little more than 5.4 lakh? Let's look for answer which is a little more than 5.4 lakh. So it's 5.6 lakhs. Now if you want, you can try with 60 lakhs and see how much time you will spend, because 12% of 60 lakh itself will come out to be 7.2 lakh, and then you will try to split that in the ratio 5:3 and so on and so forth. So unnecessary, it may increase your complication. Okay, so do it this way. Chalo guys, now let's go ahead with the second part, which is profit loss and then SICI. So in this short video, we are going to cover all the three topics which are very important, along with all the PYQs. So I really hope this video would be quite helpful to all of you. Okay, and before that guys, just want to tell you, new batch is starting. In fact, at the interval of every 15 days, a new batch starts in Unacademy for CAT 2023 aspirants. Even IPMET aspirant can join that, or even if you are targeting SNAP kind of exam. So use my code SHAH10 and go for that. Do recommend to your friends also. And yeah, once again, these are the benefits for your quick reference. Now let's go ahead with profit loss guys. Really hope you are not tired. Okay, so in profit loss, again we need to understand few concepts. For example, mark price, percentage discount, selling price, profit loss, cost price. Suppose the mark price of some article is 150, okay, and you are getting 20% discount on that. Remember, discount is always applied on mark price. So what is 20% of 150? It's 30 rupees. So now what you get is the selling price. This is the selling price for the seller. For you, it is the purchase price. Now the seller bought this article at 100 rupees. So he's making a profit of 20 rupees over here. On 100 rupees, 20 rupees profit. So it's going to be 20%. Straight away profit percentage is 20%. Remember, profit or loss percent is always calculated on cost price, right? So this is something that you should know, which most of you would be aware, right? So let's look at some profit loss calculation. If cost price is 75% of selling price, then what is the profit percentage? So guys, in such situation, what you can do is you can assume the selling price as 100. So we'll get cost price as 75. So our profit is selling price minus cost price, that is 25. 25 over 75, it's 1/3 profit. So you can say 33.33% profit. So this was a very simple calculation. You all should be clear. Let's look at one more situation guys. The profit comes out to be 20% when calculated on selling price. Now see, please understand, profit we normally calculate on cost, but if I calculate on selling price, so it comes out to be 20%. So what is the actual profit? So guys, if you calculate on selling price, if it comes out to be 20%, so on cost, actual profit will be 25%. Do you remember those increase decrease pairs, 25% and 20%? That is applicable over here also. But how is it applicable? Let's understand this. So what you can do is you can assume the selling price as 100 over here. So you will get profit. Profit is 20% of selling price. So it will be 20. So now you will get cost price as 80. So 20 over 80. Can we say it's 25% profit? Yeah. So this is how we can calculate. So please be clear with these concepts. In fact, I'll suggest you to remember this particular calculation method. Okay, whenever you want to find out cost price from selling price, if there is a profit, you will divide by 1 point something. If there is a loss, you will divide by 0 point something. So look at this and understand it. For example, if there is selling price is Y and loss is 25%, so cost price will be Y divided by 0.75, right? So for example, if I say selling price is 198 and loss is 10%, so what should be cost price? So I can say it should be 198 divided by 10%, so 100 minus 10 it's 90, so 0.9 divided by 0.9, so this will come out to be 220, right? Okay, now let's look at few more questions, guys. A few more calculation based concepts. A loss of 10% is incurred when an article is sold at 198. So guys, what should be my cost price? We just calculated 220. At what price it should be sold to gain 12%? So just calculate 12% of 220. So we know 10% it's 22 and we know 2%. So 2% will be 2.2 ka double 4.4. So 12%. All these things should happen in your mind. You really don't need to write this. 26.4. So just add it over here. So my final new selling price to gain 12%. My new selling price should be 220 plus 26.4, that is 246.4 rupees. Make sure you're not committing any silly mistakes in the calculation. Okay. Chalo, let's look at this one. A shopkeeper makes the price 15%, marks the price 15% above the cost price and offers a discount of 10%. What is the net percentage profit? So guys, let's assume cost price as 100. So we will get mark price as 15% above, that is 115. Now I need to offer a discount of 10% on that. So this 11.5 will be subtracted out of this. So what will be the selling price? So can we say selling price will be, yeah, it will be 103.5, isn't that? So the shopkeeper will make 3.5% profit, right? Now this could have been solved by that successive percentage change also. It's like 15% increase and then 10% decrease. So what will be the net percentage change? 3.5% increase. This is another way of doing it, right? Okay, guys, please remember this false weight problem, this formula. Okay, if a trader professes, pretends to sell his goods at cost price but uses a false weight. Okay, so instead of, say for example, 1000 grams, if the seller gives only 750 grams, by removing some weight from that 1 kg weight, so that weight is now only of 750 grams. That means he is giving just 750 grams but he's charging for 1000 grams, so he'll definitely make a profit. So what is the profit percentage over here? So here the error is 250 grams and the true value should always be the actual weight, that is 1000 grams. So it should be 250 upon 1000 minus 250. So you can easily make out into 100. So this is 1/3 profit, so 33.33% profit. Are you getting this point, guys? Okay, so just remember one thing. 250 grams is what fraction of 1000 grams? Can I say error is 1/4? Then profit is 1/3. If error is 1/5, so profit will be 1/4 and so on and so forth. So in general, if error is 1 by n, profit will always be 1 upon n minus 1. N minus 1 in terms of fraction. So remember this and you will be able to answer questions very quickly. Okay, chalo, let's look at some profit loss questions. In fact, you can give a try for this question. So isn't this very simple question, guys? The cost price is 80% of selling price. Selling price is 100. So they are saying cost price is 80. So definitely profit is 20. So what is the profit percentage? CMAT 2022 question. Guys, isn't that 25% profit because 1/4 profit you are making, right? Okay, 10 seconds question. Look at this question. Once again, CMAT 21. Mohan bought a trouser at 10% discount and sold it to Sohan at loss of 10%. Okay, so suppose the mark price of the trouser was 100. So Mohan bought it at 90 and he sold it to Sohan at what price? So 10% loss, so 81. If Sohan paid 729, now we are given value, so just put x over here, guys. Put x over here. Okay, mark price was 100x, so Mohan bought it at 90x and Sohan got it as 81x. So in this is equal to 729. So you can easily make out 81 into 9 is 729. So what should be the mark price? It should be 900. है So then what was the undiscounted price? That is the mark price. So it's 900. Very easy question. Try for this question. In fact, a shopkeeper claims to sell rice at the cost price. He uses a false weight with the intention of selling rice at 25% profit. Now hold on. You really don't need to use that formula over here because this is a very easy question actually. So he is making a profit of 25%. Can I say profit means increasing the cost price by 25%? After selling rice to a customer, he realized that the customer has paid 10% less. So matlab customer has paid 10% less, so it's like 10% reduction. Then what he should have paid? Okay, then what is the actual profit percentage made by the shopkeeper? Okay, so suppose shopkeeper bought it at 100, then he increased the price by 125 because he is making profit by 25% by that false weight, and customer paid 10% less. So just reduce 10% out of this, that is 12.5 is reduced, so it will be 112.5. So finally customer must have paid 112.5. So what is his profit? 12.5%. We are done. It was this simple question. Okay, look at this question now. This is slightly tricky, and this is what I was talking about. Okay, in between, out of 20 questions, about 3 to 4 questions will be on the tricky side. So it may be from arithmetic, it may be from numbers, it may be from geometry or something, but geometry mensuration, it's mostly easy. So you will find in arithmetic or numbers or in algebra some tricky question. Okay, so here is one such question. By selling mangoes at the rate of 64 for rupees 20,000, the vendor loses 40%. Okay, the vendor loses 40%. Matlab he is able to just recover 60% of cost. Do you all agree with this? Now how many should he sell for 1,000 so as to gain 20%, right? Now guys, what you can do is you can pause the video over here and give a try by yourself and see what mistakes are you committing in case if you are not getting the correct answer. And then let me explain now. So guys, can I say my cost price for 64 mangoes? Let me just write over here number of mangoes and cost. So for 64 mangoes, my cost should be how much? Can I say 2000 divided by 0.6? Because 60% of my cost is equal to this one only, then I can lose 40%, right? Okay, so let me just simplify this. Can I say this is 20,000 divided by 6? 2000 divided by 0.6 is 20,000 divided by 6. Don't solve this one because the numbers are very convenient. Now what they are asking is how many should he sell for 1000 so as to gain 20%? Can I say if you are gaining 20%, that means you are getting 120% of cost. So what should be your cost actually? Can I say your cost for, we don't know the number of mangoes, but you want to have cost as 1000 by 1.2 because it's 120% of cost. So can I write down this as 10,000 by 12? 10,000 by 12. Now this is the cost that I want to have. So how many mangoes should I give if I want to have this cost? So let me divide this by 2. So this for 64 we are paying this cost. So can I say for 32 we should be paying 10,000 by 6. The number of mangoes have become half, the cost will also become half. Further, let me divide by 2. So can I say for 16 mangoes I should be paying 10,000 divided by 12, and at this cost, this is the cost that I wanted, so I should be giving only 16 mangoes. That's our answer. So this was a little tricky question, guys. Give a try, but ऐसे question आने चाहिए यार, isn't that? I mean, you will feel good when you solve such questions. You let me know in the comment section. चलो एक बार वापस देख लेना वो question, जरूरत पड़ेगी शायद. Okay, this is again slightly tricky. ठीक है, तो देखते हैं इसको कैसे टैकल करेंगे. A shopkeeper marks his books at 25% above the cost price. ठीक है, so yeah, let's assume the quantity as 10 books and cost price as 100. So he's making profit 25%. So 25 rupees is the profit and mark price is 125, or marks his book at this price. Okay, so guys, what would be his total profit in this case? What will be the total profit? Can we say he's making 25 rupees profit per book? 25 per book. So for 10 books, he'll make total what, 250 rupees profit. Yeah. Now due to slump in the market, his cost reduced by 5%. So now his new cost is 95. The number of books are 10 only. His new cost is 95. To boost his sales, he offered a discount of 8%. Now guys, he is offering a discount of 8%. Okay. So what is 8% of 125? Can I say it's 10? Very easy. 125, it's 1,000 by 110, right? It is going to be 10 rupees. So now he's selling the books at 115 rupees. So what will be his profit? 95 to 115, 20 rupees profit, isn't that? Yeah. Okay, but his sales has gone up by 25%. So guys, sale now is not 10, it is 12.5. So what will be his total profit? Can we say 12.5 into 20? It's going to be 250 rupees only. So there is no change in the sale. That's your answer. There is no change in the sale. Okay, so you should be able to tackle all such questions. So as I have always mentioned, guys, there is one section called GK, and as you know, more questions in GK are from static GK. So you can never be sure of that. But if you are well prepared with all the topics of quant, you can be 100% sure to get 80 out of 80 in the quant section. Okay, so work hard and make sure that you are solving all the questions correctly. A shopkeeper sells rice at the cost price but uses false weight. He gains 20% in this process. So what weight he used for 1 kilogram? Do you remember that error and profit percent? Profit percent is 20%. So can I say it's 1/5? So error should be 1/6. 1 by n. So this will be 1 by n minus 1. So error should be 1/6. That means for 1000 grams, the error should be 166.66 grams. 66.66 gram, because 1/6 is this much. So what should be he giving to the customer? 833.33 grams he should be giving to the customers. Don't do all the calculations. Otherwise, see, if you go with normal method, you will do it this way. Error upon true value, which is 1000 grams, minus error into 100% is given as 20. And then you will solve this equation. So you will get error as 133.33. And then you will find out 1000 minus this one. Don't do all these things. Just remember this relation. It's always true. Okay, fine. Sure. Now guys, we are going ahead with last part, that is SI and CI. I really hope आपने percentage and profit loss बहुत अच्छे से समझ लिया है. जैसा मैंने कहा, डिस्क्रिप्शन को चेक कर लेना 2 दिन में. प्रैक्टिस क्लास का लिंक दिख जाएगा. मैं ग्रुप पे भी अनाउंस करूंगा, तो मेक श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू हैव जॉइन द टेलीग्राम ग्रुप जो मैंने स्टार्टिंग में डिस्प्ले किया था. एक और ग्रुप है ये वाला, इसको भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. ठीक है. अब सबसे पहले हम SICI का बेसिक समझ लेते हैं कि क्या करते थे हम. स्कूल में आपने देखा होगा SICI कि अगर मिस्टर पटेल ने 1000 रुपीज 10% पर एनम के लिए 3 इयर्स के लिए बोरो किए, अगर SI पे बोरो किए तो फर्स्ट ईयर का इंटरेस्ट क्या आएगा? 10% ऑफ 1000, दैट इज 100. सेकेंड ईयर का भी इंटरेस्ट क्या आएगा? 100. थर्ड ईयर का भी इंटरेस्ट क्या आएगा? 100. सो यहाँ पे टोटल सिंपल इंटरेस्ट कितना हो गया? 300. प्रिंसिपल कितना था आपका? 1000. तो प्रिंसिपल प्लस सिंपल इंटरेस्ट करते हैं तो अमाउंट मिलता है वो हो गया 1300. याद रखना ये. अगर कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट पे इसको बोरो किया तो कैसे कैलकुलेशन होता है? तो फर्स्ट ईयर का इंटरेस्ट तो आपका 100 ही आएगा. अब ये 100 को हम ये प्रिंसिपल में जोड़ देते हैं. क्यों जोड़ देते हैं? उसके लिए वीडियो देखना है, SICI का डिटेल वीडियो, पूरी कहानी बताई हुई है 20 मिनट की. टर्म लोन क्या होता है ये सब बताया हुआ है. ठीक है. सो ये आ जाएगा 1100. सेकेंड ईयर के लिए 1100 पे 10% कैलकुलेट होगा 110. फिर से उसको प्रीवियस प्रिंसिपल में ऐड कर दो तो 1210. अब इसके ऊपर 10% कैलकुलेट करो तो ये आ जाएगा 121. टोटल कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट कितना पे किया? 331. प्रिंसिपल कितना था? 1000. तो अमाउंट कितना हो गया? 1331. सो बेसिकली सिंपल इंटरेस्ट में हम सेम प्रिंसिपल पे कैलकुलेशन करते हैं और कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट में इंटरेस्ट को प्रिंसिपल में ऐड करते जाते हैं और उसके ऊपर कैलकुलेशन करते हैं. एक और चीज बता देता हूँ कि ये जो मैं इंटरेस्ट को प्रिंसिपल में ऐड कर रहा हूँ इसको कहते हैं कंपाउंडिंग. तो यहाँ पे हर साल के एंड में इंटरेस्ट को प्रिंसिपल में ऐड कर रहा हूँ तो इसको कहते हैं एनुअल कंपाउंडिंग. एनुअल कंपाउंडिंग. सिमिलरली देयर कैन बी क्वार्टरली कंपाउंडिंग, हाफ ईयरली कंपाउंडिंग एंड सो एंड सो फोर्थ। तो आपको ये फॉर्मूले याद रख लेना है। जैसे एसआई का सिंपल इंटरेस्ट का फॉर्मूला है पीआरटी अपॉन 100 एंड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट में ये फॉर्मूला अमाउंट का है। एंड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट क्या होता है? सो अमाउंट माइनस प्रिंसिपल करोगे, मतलब P इंटू 1 प्लस आर अपॉन 100 होल रेज टू एन माइनस पी करेंगे तो P कॉमन ले लेंगे तो क्या बचेगा? 1 प्लस आर अपॉन 100 होल रेज टू एन माइनस 1। एक और चीज बता देता हूँ, क्वेश्चन जब मैं सॉल्व करूंगा तो ये जो r अपॉन 100 होता है ना, उसको मैं सीधा सीधा स्मॉल r लिख दूंगा। मतलब 20% अगर है तो मैं सीधा इसको 0.2 लिख दूंगा। समझ में आ रहा है? तो अगर मैं उसी तरीके से यहां पे लिख देता हूं तो थोड़ा आसान दिखेगा आपको। दिख रहा है ये? तो ये सीधा आप यहाँ पे ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो कि आपका जो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट होगा वो क्या होगा? P इंटू 1 प्लस आर रेज टू एन माइनस 1, ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो। क्लियर है ये सबको? चलो तो सीधे सीधे क्वेश्चन ले लेते हैं। अच्छा उससे पहले दोस्तों, सबसे ज्यादा मैंने पिछले 5 साल में देखा कि जो SICI के 8 क्वेश्चन आए थे टोटल, ठीक है, 7 स्लॉट में 8 क्वेश्चन, मतलब ऑन एन एवरेज आप 1 से 2 क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो, राइट? तो उसमें 10% और 20% का सबसे ज्यादा यूज होता है, और वो भी 2 इयर्स 3 इयर्स के लिए। तो आप ये फैक्टर याद रख लेना कि जैसे अगर कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट आप 10% पे 2 साल के लिए देते हो तो मल्टीप्लाइंग फैक्टर होता है 1.21, मतलब आपका प्रिंसिपल जो अमाउंट है वो प्रिंसिपल का 1.21 टाइम्स हो जाएगा। मतलब आपको इंटरेस्ट, नेट इंटरेस्ट कितना मिला? 21% नेट इंटरेस्ट मिला। सिमिलरली अगर 3 इयर्स के लिए करोगे तो मल्टीप्लाइंग फैक्टर हो जाएगा 1.331, है ना? 1.1 का क्यूब करेंगे तो 1.331 आएगा, वही मैंने लिखा हुआ है। और नेट इंटरेस्ट कितना मिला? 33.1%। सिमिलरली 20% पे क्या फैक्टर है, क्या इंटरेस्ट है, ये याद रख लेना, बहुत फायदा होगा, जल्दी कैलकुलेशन हो गए। अगर 10% या 20% का SICI का क्वेश्चन, CI का क्वेश्चन आया, आप उड़ा दोगे क्योंकि 3 साल के ऊपर जाता नहीं है। हाँ अगर 15% आता है, 12% आता है, 8% आता है, तो ये सब याद रखने की जरूरत है, फिर उस टाइम पे कैलकुलेशन कर लेंगे। बट उम्मीद करते हैं कि ये आ जाए, ठीक है? चलो, उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है। गाइस एक और फॉर्मूला आपको याद रखना है, ये भी हेल्पफुल रहेगा। ईयर्स इन कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, ईयर्स टू बिकम डबल, मतलब प्रिंसिपल को डबल होने के लिए जो साल लगते हैं वो कैसे मिलेंगे? तो 72 अपॉन रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट। जैसे अगर मेरा रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट 10% है, अच्छा मैं एक चीज बता देता हूँ, ये पूरा अप्रोक्सीमेटेड कैलकुलेशन, ये एग्जैक्ट नहीं है, थोड़ा आगे पीछे जाता है, ठीक है? तो अगर 10% मेरा रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट है तो गाइस 72 बाई 10 कर दो, कितना होगा? 7.2। 7.2 ईयर्स में अप्रोक्सीमेटली मेरा पैसा डबल होगा, अप्रोक्सीमेटली। अब ये इसके लिए 7.4 भी लग सकता है, 7 ईयर्स भी लग सकता है, थोड़ा आगे पीछे हो सकता है, राइट? जैसे 1000 रुपीज इन्वेस्टेड एट CI बिकम्स डबल इन 5 ईयर्स, सो फाइंड द अप्रोक्सीमेट रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट। तो मैं रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट क्या कहूंगा? 72 डिवाइड बाई नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स टू बिकम डबल विच इज 5, तो ये आ जाएगा अप्रोक्सीमेटली 14.4%। समझ में आया? ये वही फॉर्मूले को मैंने रीअरेंज किया कि इंटरेस्ट इज इक्वल टू 72 अपॉन ईयर्स टू बिकम डबल, राइट? अच्छा एक और चीज याद रखनी है, ये बहुत बार आ चुका है, डिफरेंस बिटवीन SI एंड CI आफ्टर 2 इयर्स। तो ये फॉर्मूला है कि डिफरेंस इज इक्वल टू प्रिंसिपल इंटू आर स्क्वायर अपॉन 100 स्क्वायर। ये 3 इयर्स वाला कभी आया नहीं है, बट आप चाहो तो सेफ्टी के लिए याद रख सकते हो, अगर कभी आ गया तो आप सीधे कर सकते हो। तो उसका भी फॉर्मूला मैंने दिखा दिया, ठीक है? आप कितने बादाम खाते हो उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है आप कितने फॉर्मूले याद रखोगे, सो इट्स कंप्लीटली अप टू यू। चलो yes, so guys let's try for this question. In how many years will 2 lakh double itself at 11.5% per annum simple interest? गाइस सिंपल इंटरेस्ट है, मतलब अगर 1 साल का 20% है तो 5 साल का 100% हो जाएगा। सिंपल इंटरेस्ट है इसलिए ऐसा कैलकुलेशन है। तो डबल होना मतलब हमें 100% चाहिए। तो गाइस 11.5 को अगर मैं 8 से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो कितना होगा? तो कहने से ये तो 92 आ जाएगा, 92% मिलेगा। तो कहने से हमें 8 साल से तो ज्यादा ही लगेगा। अगर मैं 9 से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो 11 9 जा 99 प्लस 0.5 9 जा 4.5, तो 100% से ज्यादा हो जाएगा। सो 9 ईयर्स से तो कम ही आएगा। तो मैं सीधा ऑप्शन बी टिक कर दूंगा। समझ में आ रहा है? बहुत आसान सा था, राइट? चलो guys, a certain amount of money invested at 10% per annum compound interest for 2 years becomes 2000. What is the initial investment? याद है guys, rate of interest 10%, नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स 2 ईयर्स है, तो मल्टीप्लाइंग फैक्टर क्या था, मल्टीप्लाइंग फैक्टर MF 1.21 था कि नहीं। तो आपको क्या करना है, आपको अगर प्रिंसिपल फाइंड करना है तो अमाउंट को 1.21 से डिवाइड करना है। अमाउंट आपका दिया हुआ है, जो बन जाता है वो अमाउंट होता है। तो आपको 2000 को 1.21 से डिवाइड करना है। तो ये भी कोई इतना डिफिकल्ट तो है नहीं, मतलब और 2 0 जोड़ दो और 121 से डिवाइड करो। थोड़ा कलर चेंज कर देता हूँ। सो 200 डिवाइड बाई 121, इट्स 121 1 अब कितना आ जाएगा 79 आपका आएगा, पीछे 0 जोड़ दिया तो 121 6 आपका आ जाएगा, है ना। 121 6 कितना होता है 726। तो फिर ये डिफरेंस कितना आ गया आपका 64, है ना। पीछे वापस 0 जोड़ दो तो 121 5 आएगा, अभी 600 605, तो यहाँ पे 5 आएगा, 165 समथिंग आएगा। 165 वाला एक ही ऑप्शन है, टिक करो और आगे बढ़ो। क्यों पूरा सॉल्व करेंगे, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस। तो भले ही उन्होंने कैलकुलेशन हमें दिया है, बट हम स्मार्टली उसको टैकल कर सकते होने चाहिए। अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे पास कैलकुलेटर नहीं है सीमैट एग्जाम में, बट जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ेगी, ठीक है। ऐसे कैलकुलेशन करते हो तो जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी। तो ये आ जाएगा 1653 पॉइंट समथिंग, बट हमें आगे बढ़ना ही नहीं है। आंसर मिल गया, आगे बढ़ो। अब ये क्वेश्चन देख लेते हैं, यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है स्लाइटली ट्रिकी। क्यों पता है, ऑप्शन देखो 28,117, 28,120, 28,118, 28,119, ये क्या ऑप्शन है ना। चलो करते हैं इसको, कैसे करेंगे दोस्तों। सो 25,000 इज बोरोड एट कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट एट द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट 3% फॉर द फर्स्ट ईयर। तो प्रिसाइजली कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा, मतलब एकदम चिंदी की तरह एक एक रुपया ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, आगे पीछे नहीं चलेगा, ठीक है। तो 25,000 ले लेते हैं दोस्तों, उस पे पहले साल का 3% इंटरेस्ट जोड़ दो। तो 25,000 का 3% कितना होता है 750, 3% इंटरेस्ट जोड़ दिया तो मेरा टोटल कितना हो गया 25,750। अब दूसरे साल का 4% है, तो 25,750 का 1% कितना होता है 257.5। तो इसका 4% कितना होगा, 4 से मल्टीप्लाई करो तो 250 का 4 टाइम्स होता है 1000, प्लस 7.5 का 4 टाइम्स होता है 30, तो ये हो गया 1030। तो टोटल कितना हो जाएगा 26780 हो जाएगा। ये हमने 4% इंटरेस्ट जोड़ा, और फिर हमें 5% इंटरेस्ट और ऐड करना है। तो अब इसका 5% निकालना आसान हो जाएगा। क्यों, क्योंकि इसका 10% होता है 2678, तो 5% हो जाएगा उसका आधा, विच इज 1339। तो इसमें हमें 1339 जोड़ना है, 1339 जोड़ना है, ठीक है ना। तो दोस्तों ये कितना आ जाएगा आपका, किराई से इसमें 1339 जोड़ेंगे तो लास्ट डेट तो 9 आएगा। 9 वाला एक ही ऑप्शन है, तो वो करो और जाने दो। समझ में आया दोस्तों कैसे किया इसको। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। In what time 6250 amount to 6632.55 at 4% compound interest payable half yearly। ठीक है। अब दोस्तों यहाँ पे एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग चीज बताता हूँ कि जब इंटरेस्ट रेट छोटा होता है ना, सालाना 4%, 6%, 2%, 3%, तो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट और सिंपल इंटरेस्ट में कोई ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता 1-2 साल के लिए। ये मैं आपको करके दिखाता हूँ। देखो अगर मैं 1000 रुपए, ठीक है, एट 4% इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ 2 ईयर्स के लिए, अगर एसआई में इन्वेस्ट किया तो फर्स्ट ईयर का इंटरेस्ट कितना आएगा 40 रुपए, दूसरे साल का भी 40 रुपए, टोटल कितना आया 80 रुपए आया। अगर कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट पे इन्वेस्ट किया तो फर्स्ट ईयर का 40 रुपए, इसको हम जोड़ देंगे 1040। अब इसका 2% कितना आएगा, तो इसका 2% या इसका 4% कितना आ जाएगा आपका, तो गाइज इसका 4% हो जाएगा 41.6, तो ये आ गया 81.6। तो बेसिकली आपका डिफरेंस कितना आया 1.6 रुपीज का डिफरेंस आया। सिर्फ 1000 रुपए पे 1 रुपए 60 पैसे का डिफरेंस आ रहा है। कोई ज्यादा फर्क पड़ा क्या, नहीं। अब यहाँ पे हमें कहा है कंपाउंडिंग इज डन हाफ ईयरली, मतलब 6 महीने का इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करना है, बट उससे भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। तो कैसे सॉल्व करेंगे इसको, तो यहाँ पे ये देखो 6250 का आपका 6632.55, मैं इसको 6640 पकड़ लेता हूँ, ठीक है, या 6630 पकड़ लो। तो ये आपका इंटरेस्ट कितना इसमें ऐड हो रहा है, कहने से अप्रोक्सीमेटली आपका 400 रुपए जितना इंटरेस्ट ऐड हो रहा है। वैसे तो 380 रुपए का इंटरेस्ट ऐड हो रहा है, डू यू एग्री विद दिस। तो मैं 400 रुपए पकड़ लेता हूँ जस्ट फॉर सेक ऑफ सिंप्लिसिटी, है ना। अब ये 400 रुपए आपका 6250 का कितना परसेंट हुआ, तो कहने से इसका 10% अगर मैं करूंगा तो वो तो आ जाएगा मेरा 10% अगर मैं करूंगा तो 625 आ जाएगा, तो बहुत ज्यादा हो गया, हमें तो सिर्फ इतना ही चाहिए। तो कितना आएगा ये 6% के आसपास कुछ आएगा, कैसे 6250, और यहाँ पे वैसे 380 ही है, तो 6000 का 6% होता है 360, तो ये 6% के आसपास आएगा, राइट। मतलब मुझे टोटल 6% इंटरेस्ट चाहिए, तो फर्स्ट ईयर का 4% एंड हाफ ईयर का 2% अगर मैं कर दूं तो मेरा 6% हो जाएगा। तो कहने से मेरा आंसर 1.5 ईयर ही होना चाहिए, क्योंकि 2 साल अगर मैं लूंगा तो 8% से ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा, और 6250 का 8% तो बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा। हमें तो इतना इंटरेस्ट मिल ही नहीं रहा है, हमें तो 380 रुपए जितना इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है। सो इट हैज टू बी 3.5 years, sorry 3/2 years, that is 1.5 year. I really hope you have understood this shortcut, and this is how I wish you to solve all the questions. जैसे ये वाला क्वेश्चन देखो, a company publishes to its customer that a certain compound interest rate, a sum of money deposited by anyone becomes 8 times in 3 years. अब ये चीज समझनी है, कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट है। गाइस कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट पे अगर मैं x रुपीज इन्वेस्ट करता हूं और 2 साल में अगर वो दुगना हो गया 2x, मतलब आप ये देखोगे कि वो 2 से मल्टीप्लाई हुआ 2 साल में, तो हर 2 साल में वो 2 से मल्टीप्लाई होता रहेगा। या फिर मैं यहाँ पे ऐसा कर देता हूँ, 1 साल में वो दुगना हो गया तो हर 1 साल में वो दुगना होता जाएगा, मतलब 2 साल के बाद वो 4x हो जाएगा, एंड 3 years के बाद में वो फर्दर 2 times 8x हो जाएगा। तो हमें यही बताया है ना कि इट बिकम्स 8 times in 3 years। तो गाइस 4 ईयर के बाद वो कितना होगा, वापस 2 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा, 16 टाइम्स हो जाएगा। हमें वही पूछा है कि ना हाउ मेनी ईयर्स विल इट बिकम 16 टाइम्स, तो कहने से 3 years में 8 टाइम्स हो रहा है तो 4 years में 16 टाइम्स होगा। ये देखो समझ में आया ये। अब इसको अगर और डिटेल में समझना है तो जो मैंने डिटेल वीडियो का लिंक दिया है उसको देखना, उसमें आराम से सिंपल इंटरेस्ट कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट जा रहा है। लेकिन वो कैट का वीडियो है तो थोड़े से मैंने टफ क्वेश्चन आगे जाके डिस्कस किए होंगे, तो वो वहां से आप डिसकंटिन्यू करो, क्योंकि सीमैट सीईटी के लिए आपको उतने टफ क्वेश्चन नहीं करना है। लेकिन जो स्टार्टिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट है वो तो बेसिक ही है, ठीक है, डिटेल में समझाया हुआ है मैंने। चलो guys, let's try for this question. The difference between the compound interest and simple interest for amount 5000 in 2 years is 32. Then the rate of interest. तो guys मैंने बताया था difference after 2 years, ये सिर्फ 2 years का होता है। difference between what, SI and CI after 2 years, तो उसका फॉर्मूला होता है P into R square upon 100 square, right? तो यहाँ पे प्रिंसिपल आपको दिया है 5000, R हमें फाइंड करना है अपॉन 1000 स्क्वायर, और डिफरेंस हमें दिया है 32। तो 100 तो यहाँ भी कैंसिल हो जाएगा, तो बचा आपका कितना, यहाँ पे 100 बचा, ठीक है। फिर 1 0 यहाँ पे और कैंसिल होगा, अब यहाँ पे 2 आ जाएगा, तो 32 इंटू 2 कितना हो गया 64। सो आर स्क्वायर इज 64, तो आर कितना आ जाएगा 8 आ जाएगा। सो 8% टिक करो, इजी क्वेश्चन था। बट ये वाला क्वेश्चन देखते हैं अभी। Now this question is slightly tricky. The difference between the compound interest and simple interest for 2 years on a certain sum at a certain rate of interest. मतलब हमें प्रिंसिपल भी नहीं दिया है, हमें रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं दिया है, हमें 64 रुपीज बताया, और हमें 2 साल का कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट दिया है 704 रुपए। तो प्रिंसिपल क्या होगा। अब इसको अगर मैं नॉर्मल तरीके से करता हूं तो मैं कैसे करूंगा, मैं कॉन्सेप्चुअली करूंगा, फॉर्मूले में तो मैं उलझूंगा ही नहीं। आपको एक चीज पता है कि सिंपल इंटरेस्ट एंड कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट में डिफरेंस क्या होता है। तो सिंपल इंटरेस्ट फर्स्ट ईयर का x आया तो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट भी x आएगा। सिंपल इंटरेस्ट सेकंड ईयर का x आता है, कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट x प्लस जो R% ऑफ फर्स्ट ईयर इंटरेस्ट है वो एडिशनल आता है, ये आपका एक्स्ट्रा आता है। डू यू ऑल अग्री विद दिस? यस। अब यहां पे देखो हमें क्या दिया हुआ है कि ये जो एक्स्ट्रा पार्ट है इन दोनों में डिफरेंस हमारा 64 है, तो कहना है ये जो एक्स्ट्रा पार्ट है ये 64 हो गया, और हमें 2 साल का कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट 704 दिया है। तो गाइज ये कितना होना चाहिए, x प्लस एक्स 640 होना चाहिए, प्लस दिस एक्स्ट्रा 64 इज 704। तो हमें 1 साल का इंटरेस्ट मिल गया 320 रुपए, और फिर इंटरेस्ट के ऊपर इंटरेस्ट हमारा 64 है, तो 320 के ऊपर 64 मिला, तो ये 20% हो गया कि नहीं। सो आपका रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट जो है वो 20% होना चाहिए। अब आपका फर्स्ट ईयर का इंटरेस्ट जो है 320, 20% ऑफ प्रिंसिपल इज 320, तो आपका प्रिंसिपल कितना आ जाएगा, 5 टाइम्स कर दो इसका 1600 आ गया कि नहीं। तो आप ऐसे सॉल्व कर सकते हो, ये पूरा मैंने कॉन्सेप्चुअली सॉल्व किया, बट मैं कह रहा हूं इसका एक शॉर्टकट है, ठीक है। तो ये समझ में आ गया हो तो मैं इसको इरेज कर देता हूं। अब इसका शॉर्टकट बताता हूं। हमें पता है डिफरेंस बिटवीन SI एंड CI आफ्टर 2 years, उसका फॉर्मूला है प्रिंसिपल इंटू आर स्क्वायर अपॉन 100 स्क्वायर, राइट। अब हमें ये डिफरेंस दिया हुआ है 64, ये हमें दिया है 64, करेक्ट। अब एक चीज समझो, यहां पे प्रिंसिपल क्या होना चाहिए दोस्तों, किनाई से यहां पे आर का वैल्यू आपका कोई इंटीजर ही आना चाहिए, इंटीजर ही आना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर फ्रैक्शन में आएगा, सपोज मैंने 7.5% इंटरेस्ट रखा, तो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट में अगर आप 7.5% इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करके देखो, कभी भी ऐसा इंटीजर वैल्यू 704 रुपए का इंटरेस्ट नहीं आएगा। वो तभी हो सकता है जब आपका इंटरेस्ट 10%, 20%, 15% ऐसा कुछ है। तो मुझे पता है कि मेरा रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट है वो एक इंटीजर होना चाहिए, राइट। उसका मतलब ये हुआ कि मुझे आर स्क्वायर को एक परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नंबर बनाना है, तो आर स्क्वायर क्या होगा 64 इंटू 100 स्क्वायर डिवाइड बाई पी। और अगर मैं यहाँ पे p का वैल्यू 1600 लेता हूं तो देखो क्या होगा, 100 आपका कैंसिल हो जाएगा, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे आपका 100 बचा और नीचे 16 बचा, तो 16 यहाँ पे 4 चला जाएगा, आपको 400 मिल जाएगा, विच इज अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नंबर। सिर्फ यहाँ पे ही आपको परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नंबर मिल रहा है कि r आपका 20% आएगा, बाकी और कोई वैल्यू के लिए आपको परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नंबर नहीं मिलेगा। तो आप ऐसे भी क्वेश्चन को कर सकते हो। उम्मीद करता हूँ आपने ये समझ लिया होगा दोस्तों। एक और क्वेश्चन है, जैसे ये वाला क्वेश्चन है जिसमें थोड़ा सा एरर था, ये क्वेश्चन में एक्चुअली एरर था बट हम इसको सही कर देते। और सीमैट के अंदर हिस्टोरिकली ये पता है, पिछले 4 साल से मैं ऑब्जर्व कर रहा हूँ कि एरर के बिना तो पेपर कंप्लीट ही नहीं होता है। द गुड थिंग इज दैट दे गिव यू चांस टू रेज द क्वेश्चन ऑन द चैलेंज द क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। तो फिर वहां पे वो लोग आपको मार्क्स दे देते। लेकिन मैं एक दूसरा तरीका बताता हूँ, स्मार्टली आप एरर को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो। जैसे यहाँ पे ज्यादातर स्मार्ट स्टूडेंट ने एरर को आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया था। क्या लिखा है, अ मैन बोरोज 4000 एट 15% कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट, तो 4000 रुपए उसने बोरो किए, ठीक है। एट द एंड ऑफ ईच ईयर ही पेज बैक 15%। तो गाइस फर्स्ट ईयर में क्या होगा, तो पहले तो 15% इंटरेस्ट लगेगा, तो कितना हो जाएगा 600 रुपए का इंटरेस्ट लगा, 15% इंटरेस्ट जोड़ दो, तो अब आपका कितना हो गया 4600 हो गया। उसमें से 1500 रुपए आपने इंस्टॉलमेंट पे कर दिया, तो आपका आउटस्टैंडिंग अमाउंट कितना हो गया 3100। अब सेकंड ईयर में 3100 पे 15% से इंटरेस्ट लगेगा, ठीक है ना। तो 3100 पे 15% से इंटरेस्ट कितना लगेगा आपका, राइट। तो यहाँ पे आपका 10% होता है 310 एंड 1% होता है 150, 5% होगा 155। तो आपका लग गया, कितना लगा 465 रुपीज का इंटरेस्ट जुड़ेगा इसमें, 465 का इंटरेस्ट जोड़ दो, तो ये हो गया 3565। इसमें से 1500 रुपये इंस्टॉलमेंट आपने सेकेंड ईयर में भी पे कर दिया, तो अब आपका बचा कितना 2065। अब थर्ड ईयर में क्या होगा, 2065 पे 15% इंटरेस्ट लगेगा, तो इसका 10% 206.5 होगा, प्लस इसका हाफ कर दो, सो 103 अप्रोक्सीमेटली ले लो, तो कितना हो गया 309 रुपीज का 0.5 रुपीज का इंटरेस्ट लगा, तो ये आपका कितना हो जाएगा, सो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 874.5 के आसपास आ गया। सॉरी, ये आपका कितना हो गया 2474.5। तो एक्चुअली थर्ड ईयर के एंड में आपका इतना आउटस्टैंडिंग है। तो आइडियली आपको क्या पूछा है, हाउ मच अमाउंट शुड ही पे एट द एंड ऑफ द थर्ड ईयर टू क्लियर हिज ड्यूज। तो मैं क्या कहूंगा 2474 कहेंगे, लेकिन यहाँ पे कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है, तो इसमें से अगर मैं 1500 सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दूं तो मुझे मिलेगा 874.5, सॉरी गाइज ये 23 आएगा, है ना। तो ये 874.5 आएगा, तो ये ऑप्शन में दिया था। तो आपको समझ में आना चाहिए कि भाई इन्होंने थर्ड इंस्टॉलमेंट हटाया और फिर पूछ रहे हैं, है ना। तो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ होना चाहिए कि हाउ मच एडिशनल अमाउंट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू पे एट द एंड ऑफ द थर्ड ईयर, ब्रैकेट में लिखा हुआ होना चाहिए आफ्टर पेइंग द थर्ड इंस्टॉलमेंट ऑफ 1500 टू क्लियर ऑल द ड्यूज। तो फिर मैं कहूंगा आंसर 874.5 है। बट ये कैट एग्जाम तो है नहीं, तो कोई 4 लोग तो चेक करने वाले नहीं है, 2 लोग चेक करते होंगे और 1-2 एरर छूट ही जाते हैं, ठीक है, क्योंकि दोनों खुद 100% एरर नहीं होंगे। तो उम्मीद करता हूं दोस्तों आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा होगा। Did you enjoy the video? Do let me know in the comment section and let me know what all things do you want me to introduce apart from this. Keep learning guys and don't forget to use my code SHAH10 if you want to appreciate my efforts. अगर आप CAT प्लस या आइकनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन के लिए जाते हो, एक चीज मैं बहुत ही क्लियरली बता देता हूँ, अनअकैडमी के जो जनरल कोड होते हैं ना, CAT 10, CAT 20, अनलॉक 20, कभी भी यूज मत करना। फैकल्टी के कोड यूज करो, शाह 10 यूज करो, मैक्सिमम डिस्काउंट वही डिस्काउंट मिलेगा, साथ में गाइडेंस भी मिलेगा। ठीक है, तो गाइस इतना ही है और बैचेस शुरू होते रहते हैं, तो लर्न करते रहना। डिस्क्रिप्शन देख लेना ये वीडियो का एंड मेक श्योर ऑल ऑफ यू हैव ज्वाइन दिस टेलीग्राम ग्रुप। इट्स नॉट अ चैनल, इट्स अ ग्रुप, तो आप वहां पे डिस्कस भी कर सकते हो। ठीक है, बाकी कोई भी क्वेरी है तो कमेंट्स में डाल देना। दैट्स इट फ्रॉम दिस वीडियो। कीप लर्निंग गाइस, विल कम अप विद पार्ट 2 वेरी सून।